speaker is a member of the class of 2008 who was elected by his peers to address us today. He grew up locally in San Marino and knew his entire life that not only did he want to be a doctor, he wanted to train here at the Keck School of Medicine. With that goal in mind, he attended Pasadena Polytechnic High School and then came to USC as part of the baccalaureate MD program. He graduated in 2004 from USC summa cum laude with a degree in biology and a minor in business. During his time here at Keck, he has become known as an enthusiastic leader of our class, whose passion for USC, and specifically this training program, is exceptionally clear. He is actively involved in recruitment activities and was elected admissions committee representative during his second year of medical school. He received Dean's recognition during each of his 4 years and was inducted into Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society this year. He will continue his training next year at the University of Washington, following in his father's footsteps by pursuing a career in orthopedic surgery. His sister is currently a third-year medical student here at Keck. It is an honor to introduce this year's student speaker, Andrew Catan.
Quite a lot. I ought to do this more often, I guess. Provost Nikias, Dean Poliapito, friends, family, faculty, distinguished guests, and soon-to-be doctors of the class of 2008, I am so happy to be able to be here today and speak in front of all of you on this wonderful day, recognizing the accomplishments of such an accomplished group. Class of 08, are you ready to graduate? Yeah? Come on. Yeah, I feel the answer. But, you know, I gotta say, I'm a little terrified, actually. You know, this is it, guys. We're going to walk out of here, and people are legitimately going to say that we're doctors. And honestly, I'm not sure I'm ready for that change. You know, we're going to have to start saying sonometer, using the metric system, playing golf, wearing a bow tie. I don't even own a bow tie. You know, clip-ons don't count. But, you know, you add on top of that the nervousness of having to come up here and speak in front of all of you. You know, I admire you guys so much. You guys have meant so much to me these past 4 years. What could I possibly say? And the thing is, if you ask Americans what they're afraid of, they will tell you in overwhelming numbers that they fear public speaking more than anything, second only to their fear of death. I don't know, call me crazy, it's a little exaggerated. I mean, in any case, none of those people who answered that survey have ever worked an overnight shift at LA County. Believe me, if they had, they could think of a whole bunch of other things that scare them. You know, don't take my word for it, go ride an elevator at County and then come back and tell me what you're afraid of. But, you know, I had these thoughts going through my head, so I turned to my friend Chris Milano, a good guy, you guys know him, and I told him, I was like, Chris, you know, so many people are asking me if I'm nervous, if the speech is going to be funny, you know, how do I answer that? It's a lot of pressure. And he stopped me, turned to me and said, Andrew, don't worry, no one expects you to be funny. Chris, you warmed my heart, that's wonderful, thank you for that support. It was good to know at least what the expectations were. Let me get to work on writing a speech. And trust me, I've kept our audience in mind. I know there are a lot of young dermatologists here in the crowd today. For their sake, I'm going to keep this quick. I know that they hate to stick around past 3 p.m. Now, we have all come such a long way these past 4 years, and we put in a lot of time and effort into this pursuit of becoming physicians. And the truth is, we're really just getting started. It's been said that the more you know you don't know. And that certainly is the case with medicine, at least in my feelings. The thing you might want to recognize, though, isn't said too often, is that by the time I finish my speech, 3% of what you thought you know will be obsolete. So you got that working against you as well. But when we come so far in these past 4 years, before getting carried away, I want to take a step back and talk about where we come from, because it really says a lot about this class. We are a very diverse group, and we come from a lot of different backgrounds. But we have all in common the fact that we made a decision to attend medical school here at Keck. And that decision says a lot about the kind of people we are. So I want to talk about you guys a little bit here. It is no secret that being a medical student here at USC is challenging. It is a difficult decision to make. And the truth is there are easier places to be a medical student. Being a student here means taking on a very heavy workload from day one, in the preclinical years, and then into the trenches, as we say when we go to county. We work very hard, and we deal with complex issues that our patients are struggling with. Problems of socioeconomic standing, economics, and language and culture. These are all challenges. And the truth is, a lot of people, when they're looking for medical school, see these challenges and are scared away. But I am proud to say that each and every one of my classmates has made a difficult decision to attend here, and in doing so has proven their courage, their compassion, their willingness to work hard, and above all else, their character. And to have been able to spend the past 4 years working alongside people like this has truly been one of the great pleasures of my life. And, you know, guys, I feel so lucky to be able to call you my friends, my colleagues. I'm going to miss you all very, very much next year. We have to remember, though, that these values were not necessarily learned here at USC, that we arrive with them deeply ingrained on us by family, friends, religious leaders, teachers, whoever it is who raised you to want to dedicate your life and your work to the service of other people. That is a remarkable thing. For me, it was my family, my parents especially. I'm so lucky to have them here today. And I know that for the graduates, there are many of these special people in the audience. And so, on behalf of the class, I want to say to all of you from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. Long before any of this glitz and gowns and all this was even a thought, we were just a bunch of kids with a dream of going to medical school, and you stood by us and you supported us, and you made this possible. None of this would have been possible without you. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. We have to also remember, of course, that there are many people here at USC that deserve a lot of thanks. Starting with the administration staff in the Keck building and the MDL staff. These people do a lot of work behind the scenes and don't get the credit they deserve. So thank you so much for helping things run smoothly. Of course, to the deans, your leadership is invaluable in making the school work the way it does. Janine White, I don't know how many of us would have gotten the residency without your work. You work so hard for us. Dr. Quinn, I'm sorry to turn my back to you, but on a personal note, you took a chance on me when I was 17 years old, and I had a dream of coming to medical school here at USC, and you believed that I could do it, and you've given me the best 8 years of my life. It's truly been an amazing experience, and I cannot thank you enough. The faculty program is remarkable. I'm so happy to have been able to participate. Of course, also our faculty, both in the preclinical years and in the clinical years. What you teach us is not easy to learn, and you can ask the classmates how hard it is to learn the material, but I can only imagine how difficult it is to teach it, and to teach it well, and to keep it interesting and relevant like you do. It's an amazing thing, and you give us so much towards our education. My only hope, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do this, is that we go out into our careers, and we put that knowledge to work, and we make you proud. I sincerely hope we can make you proud in our careers and putting your knowledge to work. Lastly, I want to thank another group of teachers that really don't get the credit they deserve because they're often unwitting participants in our education, and that, of course, is our patients. We here at USC are so fortunate to be able to work with a diverse patient population, both at the private side, at the University Hospital and Children's, and at the public side, at the county. But really, it is our experience in the county, I think, that define what it means to be a student at USC. And so many things are said about this county population. I want to talk a little bit about that because I think they don't get the credit they deserve, and there's a lot of misinformation about them. It is true that among the patients we care for, there are patients in prison, patients struggling with addiction, patients who are living outside the law. But this is a very small group. And by and large, the patients we care for are among the most decent, hardworking, and honest people I've ever had the pleasure of working with in my entire life. And it has been truly an honor to serve them in a student position. And I know that my classmates would agree. In so many cases, they come to this country looking to work and looking for a better life for themselves and their families. And the truth is, this is very much the same reason that my own parents came to this country, and I suspect it's the same reason that many of the families here came to this great country of ours. And it's something about being American that we all have, even if we've been here for many, many generations. There is the story of an immigrant somewhere in our family story. And so in that sense, we are not that much unlike our patients. And so